Lord, you are my strength, my song in the night. You carry my soul. You fight in you I will trust. You I will trust. Forever I'll stand. My refuge, my savior. Holding my hand. Though mountains may tremble, though waters may roll, your grace is unshaken. Your love is my call. Forever I'll praise you. Forever I'll sing. My strength and my portion. My God, my King. Lord, you are my strength. My song in the night. You carry my soul. You fight my fight. In you I will trust. Forever I'll stand. My refuge, my savior. Holding my Lord, you are my strength. Lord, you are my strength. Forever my song. To you I belong. When the weight of the world is heavy on me, when the night feels cold and I can't find peace, I lift my eyes to the heavens above. You hold me close in unfailing love. Lord, you are my strength, my song in the night. You carry my soul. You fight all my fights. In you I will trust. Forever I'll stand. My refuge, my savior. Holding my hand when my spirit is weak and I cannot go on. Your mercy reminds me that I still belong. Your word is my life, my hope and my shield. In your holy presence, my soul is healed. Lord, you are my strength, my song in the night. You carry my soul. You fight all my fight. In you I will trust. You I will trust. Forever I'll stand. My refuge, my savior. Holding my hand. Though mountains may tremble, though waters may roll, Your grace is unshaken. Your love is my call. Forever I'll praise you. Forever I'll sing. My strength and my portion. My God, my King. Lord, you are my strength. My song in the night. You carry my soul. You fight all my fight. In you I will trust. Forever I'll stand. My refuge, my savior. Lord, you are my strength. Forever my song. To you I belong. Yeah. If grace could speak, what would it say? I've worn shame like a second skin, built my walls too high to let you in, held tight to guilt like it was gold, but it never warmed me when the nights got cold. I've run from love, I've run from truth, tried to drown the past with 80 proof. Somehow through the noise and lies, I felt a whisper I couldn't deny. Grace, I think it would sing a melody of mercy through everything. It wouldn't keep score, it wouldn't accuse. It'd say you're still mine, no matter what you do. In the silence, in the storm, in the mess and the noise, I believe I'd hear love. If grace had a voice, I've walked roads I knew would break me down, still wore a smile when I should have drowned. But grace had met me on the edge of night, held me close when I gave up the fight. It didn't shame me or turn away, it just stayed steady when I wouldn't pray. Like a song I never learned to play, but it kept humming anyway. If grace had a voice, I think it would sing a lullaby that makes lost hearts take away. wouldn't preach loud, it wouldn't condemn. It'd say, come on home, I know where you've been. Through the silence, through the storm, through each broken choice, I believe I hear love. Grace had a voice. It might sound like my mama's prayers or the hush of hope in midnight. Maybe it's the friend who stayed or the hurt that somehow paved the way. If grace had a voice, it would call my name. Tell me I'm forgiven, free from shame. It wouldn't give, wouldn't let go. Say you're not too far, just come on home. In the silence, in the storm, in the sound of my choice, I believe I hear love. Grace had a voice.
Oh, yes. We want to say welcome, 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 welcome. This is your host, SUBOR, from coming live from the members of Goyah studio. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy, happy, happy Friday to you and your family, wherever you find yourself. And so we start the show tonight. Within about 4:20, we will be getting down to business.
Tomorrow, help me see the victory you already see. Let my faith be today what it will be tomorrow. When I've seen the victory you already see. Oh, Jesus, I believe. Oh, oh, oh. We need a miracle. You are the miracle maker. God, the impossible. There is no power greater, exceeding abundant, beyond what we could ask or think. We call on your name, Jesus. By the power of your name, for your glory, the sick are healed, the soul is filled, the battle has been won. On your promise I stand, and in faith I believe it. That what I pray in your name, it's already done. Oh, your will be done. Oh, and you are the impossible. There is no power exceeding abundance, beyond what you can ask or think. We call your name, Jesus. In the waiting, you get the glory. In the healing, you get the glory. In the breaking, you get the glory. And in the breakthrough, you get the glory. In the waiting, you get the glory.
Well, we want to say thank you. This is your host, SUBOR, from coming live from the Maima Goyah studio. We have a very uh short show to do tonight, and we again want to say welcome to the Maima Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR, from coming live from the beautiful state of Minnesota. The time is exact 4:20, and so we'll do a little bit introduction, give you the line up for today's topic, and then we have a guest that hopefully we can bring on that we'll be talking to. As you all know, this weekend is the ANC convention in Atlanta, Georgia, at which time we will be talking to one of the candidates who contesting for the chairmanship. And so, with that being said, let me just give you the lineup. But let we always begin the show with first and foremost, let us say thanks to each and every one of you. We hope you continue to spread the video. I want to take this time to recognize one of our faithful listener who she been away for a minute, but I'm glad to see her on today. It's Alexandra Ashley. We want to say thank you, welcome back. We hope everything is well with you. We will be checking with you shortly. And so when I saw her on tonight, I mean, I'm so grateful and happy to see you. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for always sharing the link and promoting the show. But like we begin the show, we first and foremost like to say we want to take this time to extend an open invitation to you wherever you are. Because as you know, we told you this is a tumultuous time in Liberia. I mean in the world, not just in Liberia. And so when we start to scramble for answer when things are happening that we can't understand, we can't comprehend, when one place we can find comfort or one person we know for sure will always there for us is God. And so we invite you to a prayer line that goes on from Monday to Thursday, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, on the leadership of the senior pastor of the Mount Zion Interdenominational Church, Pastor Reginald Wanochie. Monday is Thanksgiving. Come and listen to people giving their testimony and see what God is doing in their life. Tuesday, we study the Word of God. Wednesday, Wednesday is all prayer. We pray throughout. Thursday, Bible study. So Wednesday and Thursday, we meet online and in person. And if you say, but free, I do not live in Minnesota, the good thing here is we meet online. And our number is 763-220-3265. That number again, 763-220-3265. And so we got people from all over America, California, Florida, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Janime, New York. I mean, people come and we all just pray together and all lift each other because you know what? God is the ultimate answer. And so we want to encourage you. Better still, if you can make it, and because of time factor or the schedule, we encourage you to find a God believing Bible prayer line or church that you can take at least 45 to 30 minutes of your time just telling God thank you and seeking Him for guidance. We want to take this time to say happy birthdays to all those who are celebrating our birthdays in this month of October. We wishing you all of God blessing. That God will bless you with your all of your secret desire. Pray that God will bless you with long life, good health, peace, strength. We want to see if your birthday fall on your wedding anniversary. We'll say double shout out to you and your special loved one. We pray that God will bless your wedding matrimony homes with longevity, with happiness, peace, love, and understanding. And we also say happy birthday to you again. If you are bereaved, we also want to take this time to extend our deeper condolences to you and your family. We pray that God Almighty will comfort you, God will console you, God will strengthen you during the difficult time of bereavement. As you can see, the photo that I just posted over there is my little nephew who we lost today to a tragic car motorbike accident on the EW highway. And so my own family tonight we are grieving. It brings back so many memories. And so we want to say to the Fremont family, the Goyah family, the Nanti family, and the Sati family, and to all of us, we say sorry for the loss. I had to do the show, and I'm doing the show under a very, very difficult circumstances because you know why? This is the man who he will call me, but I couldn't just. Yeah, it been a tough day, but you know why? God is good in everything. We can question Him, and so we want to make sure we extend our deeper condolences to the entire family. And so we're going to give you the honor as you can see. But before we go, I also want to take this time to wish my own president, hardworking, dynamic president of the Minnesota chapter, Merida County Association, Her Excellency Lydia Wu, who is celebrating her birthday today. We say happy birthday to you, Madam President. We pray that God will bless you. We hope that you're having a nice time. We also want to say happy birthday to Mother Chair, celebrating her birthday tonight. And so we pray that God will bless two of you people with long life, good health, and all of you heart desires. And all those who are celebrating again, once again, we say happy birthday. Tonight we like to do the thing we call Week in Review Friday. Week in Review Friday. And what that means is what have happened through all the week. And so we go through the various newspaper and we read, and then we in turn we bring it back to you and just inform you, because part of this show is to keep our audience informed, to discuss. We can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we have to find ways to 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 just inform our people. And so tonight is no other different than all of the other days or time. We also want to say happy birthday to my hardworking coach, Eric Cooper. Coach Cooper will say happy birthday. We want to say thank you for everything that you do for the Bourgeois Bull. We really appreciate you. We pray that God will bless you with all of your heart desire, coach. Truly, indeed. We are grateful to have you as a coach. And so tonight we're going to be looking at the the week in review. And so we're going to be discussing last week we have been in the news concerning the former president health. President George Weah will put that picture up. You will see it, and we'll discuss that. And then we just go through things that have been happening. But we have a breaking news. We told people on the show that there was some negotiation going on between Liberia and that of the United States, asking that if Liberia could host some of the deportees. And today we learned that similar thing, something that has happened already, that there's one particular case, Liberia agreed to host that deportee. So as we speak, we will be bringing that information to you. And then hopefully we can get Liam Mensa, the man who contested for the chairmanship, ANC going diaspora. That means the entire America. And tomorrow is the convention of ANC, the Alternative National Congress. That convention will be here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so having people from all over America will be descending as we speak. Delegates, partisans have already started arriving in the beautiful state of Atlanta, Georgia. And hopefully we can have Leo Mensa, and then we'll bring that interview to you live as we asking about someone he playing if he win the election and what he intend to do to campaign to make sure you win that election. So again, stay tuned. 1 hour, hang tight. We will be there. We will get there in due time. So let me see if I can get Leon. If I can get Leon immediately, we'll be bringing him in on the show, and so we can commence that interview. So if Leon Mensa, if you're listening, if you're ready, we expect you to be on. And so we wanted to touch on the issues, when it comes to life, when it comes to health, we do not play politics. We do not play politics. Sata Mauro, thank you. We do not play politics because we are human beings. Okay, we see Clement just arrived. We see, like I said to you, people from all over America is descending on the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia. And so as soon as we can get our brother to come on, we will be bringing our interview to you live as we're working behind the scene. But until then, we wanted to jump straight into one of our topic, something that came out last week. Like I said, we're going to show you these pictures, and hopefully you can make an informed judgment for yourself. And so last week, we all know there was a groundbreaking ceremony to construct a new headquarters for the CDC. And so people who went to the groundbreaking ceremony saw the former president and believed that the former president, George Weah, is done well. He lost weight, according to our witnesses that were present at that event. Some people say he couldn't even stay on his own. That's how much people believe that the president's health is in question. And so it was a lot of back and forth. The president said he broke his silence. But as you can see the photo up there, you can tell that that is not the body of the former president, George Weah. Make no mistake about that. And after the back and forth started, we saw that the aide camp, our president saw that video, Kalasco, did a clip of the former president exercising. But the reason why I chose to discuss the issues because life is precious. Life is precious. And I don't think, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your gender, your race, your belief, if there's anything that we all can agree, it's the fact that we have to pray for each other. We got to wish each other well, despite our disagreement. And other people, some people are frustrated. Some people believe that people who are raising a concern are against the former president or because they are not seditious. But we want to remind people that that is why we put the picture up so you can see for yourself. And if you can look at that photo, or if you was or you were at that groundbreaking ceremony, you can see that there is a significant change in the president's physical appearance. Now, I can't sit there to say that the former president is sick, but one thing we can be honest with ourselves. That does not mean that we hate the former president, because anybody who know me, apart from our disagreement when it comes to policy, but as a little boy growing up, George Weah was and is my all-time best and favorite soccer player to ever play the game. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And but prior to this groundbreaking ceremony, and like I said, I do not come on the show to promote any one political party agenda. I do not come here to what I call gossip. And so normally when I get somebody info, I tend to question the source. And so I've been hearing that the former president is not too well. Now I tell people I need to know more. But his appearance last week, people who saw him with their own two eyes, they are very concerned about the health of the former president. And so we just wanted to make sure we talk about that, because people are saying that the former president is well, he's okay, and people preaching or people are holding and pulling. In times like these, it is not time to come and say, hey, if the president is well and maybe he just lost weight, that's fine. But I don't think this is anything for to politicize, or maybe no. It's a legitimate concern, and people who are even expressing, according to Front Page Africa, people who are expressing they are concerned. Some of them are partisans. Some of them truly love the president. And so that's why we put that picture up. You can go and look at the picture for yourself. But whatever the case may be, we hope and pray the president is okay. We hope and pray that the president is okay. And so we're going to pause here. And that's why we put that picture up, because we don't know. We do not know. I can't sit there and say for sure that I know that the president is sick. But one thing I can tell you from the picture that I've seen so far, tells me that the president reduced. That's why we give you different angle. President lost. Now maybe that's, I don't know, but you can see for yourself. This is nothing like we trying to say, oh no. This should be a concern, and I hope the former president is well. He's good, as his former aide said, and other people close to him. That is our prayer. But we wanted to make sure that, and there shouldn't be anything that holding and pulling or turning into gossip or wishing in it. No. We pray and hoping that the former president is well, he's good. We're wishing all the best of luck, because these are the type of thing that has the propensity to create divisions. And right now, where we are as a nation, that is not in our best interest. And so, and we wanted to make sure we touch on this issue because front page Africa, according to them, too many speculation and there is too many holding and pulling. And when it comes to this type of thing, I think we all should be we all should be in one accord, understanding that okay, yeah, if the president, we have to admit that the president lost some weight. We have to admit, as you can see, in this video. So if there is nothing here to say it's a political wish or people wanting pushing the president, the former president. No, 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 no. That I don't think that it's just that people that they talk to, seditions, and some of them are even voicing their frustration according to the interview that was done by Front Page Africa. People are blaming people around the former president that they believe that people are not ready paying close attention to the president or they not being upfront with the president. I just don't know. But these are people that Front Page Africa interview that were just forcing out that frustration, seeing that leader, the man who they know, and the man who they have come to love, that on that day, you're not in total control of his own movement. And so we wanted to make sure, like we said, week in review Friday. And so we want to pause. We want to make sure that we can get to our guests. We want to make sure that we can get to our guests. So in the meantime, we'll play you some music as we are working on getting our guests. Yeah, some music. And so we want to make sure we get Mr. Leon in here as soon as possible. And then we'll go from there. And so you hinte. All right.
Oh, baby, Ilonja. Bimba. I take the balanda. Shumba. Too many things, too many problems in my heart. Oh, yeah, too many shy. Oh, yeah, too many girls in my bed. I got plenty things, plenty problems. Now money go solve them all. I got plenty issues, feeling for trouble. Now money go solve them all. Don't be acting so funny. No money go kill a me. But why you matter? I'm going to let you know. They're gonna grow cool. That's what I can do for a woman. The way you want it slowly, shawty. You got a heart like a crocodile skin. Woo. I'm in my stress away. Cause I got too many things, too many problems. Oh, yeah, too many shy. Oh, yeah, too many girls in my bed. delicate, be simba. Very soon, men of Ghana, no pay. Taba life, Kamana Tagari, Chaboyalo Kamana Gawari. You put them on a boggy daddy, you to my body. Men go happy. You know, they let people wait till they over Sabi. On top my money, what they have a challenge. On your you go, the base and the bullet mellow. I just say, my no motalo. Only spirit to Chukalo. I could keep a cannot info. When I cash out, if what I'm into. Lucky shot, I can't be remembered. I thought the city color. Oh, baby, kill us all. Joe, be more. Take you by Landa. Show me more. Hey, Gina kiss me. I'm with you, my love. If planets, hey, rocket. Me too, my lover. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my lover. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Same thing, way they make me feel like say you go be my wife. Now the same thing whipping they make my friend talk say I dey waste my time. Now because I dey respect you, girl, spend for you every night and day. I dey pray for you because of you. I dey fly like butterfly, my love, my love. Now this thing make people they say I don't lose my sense, my pain, but nobody can stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. You see the way all the things they flow. So I'm surprised to see how they love you so. Girl, I just suspect say them no. Then you be the person where they make me flow. Ooh, I tell them say you are the blessing, and that's why you are so interesting. Nobody is understanding the way you are for my beautiful girl. Now all this make people they say I don't miss my dream, but they can't stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. You everything is relevant. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is relevant. Your love.
All right, I think we have our guest, Leon Mensa. Leon, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Sobo. How you doing today?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you so much, Leon. Thank you for joining us. How you doing, sir?
Well, doing fantastic. We're here with the winning
Okay,
team.
yeah, I can hear you clear. I can hear you clear.
Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
sir,
That's
I
good.
can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, so we're doing fantastic here with the winning team in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Here
And
with
so, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we're going to have our guest here, Leon Mensa, who happen to be the chairman for the. I mean, contesting for the position. Okay. And so, Leon, we're going to take this time to allow you to introduce yourself to the audience.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So my name is Leon Mensa. I hail from the Republic of Liberia. A little bit about my early background in Liberia. I grew up in Barnesville. I went to Wright Functional School, elementary school in the 80s. And then I also went to St. Patrick in the 90s, as well as Jim and Jordan. So we left right around the April 6th war, moved to the United States of America. So those were my early formidable years. But since I've been in America, I decided to finish my education. I completed my master's degree in finance, bachelor's in business, worked for a couple of large financial institutions, managing IT, finance. Also been very heavily involved in the Liberian community. I was treasurer of the Liberian Community Association of Washington, D.C. metropolitan area for 5 years, where we took the accounts from basically negative $225,000 and turned it over to a very successful leadership. I was also president of the St. Patrick and St. Teresa's Convent Alumni Association, Washington, D.C. metropolitan region, where we are nearly in completion of rebuilding St. Patrick's High School in the King Gray community by SKD. In terms of my affiliation with the ANC, I've been involved with the ANC roughly about 15 years in through its various phases and cycles from the early days and the onset of ANC USA to the evolution of CPP USA, ANC Midwest, subsequently ANC Global. And now, over the past year and a half or so after the 2023 elections, Mr. Cummings' task, mean with the responsibility of helping lead and coordinate the ANC and the diaspora under one umbrella. So we've worked collaboratively over the last year with various auxiliaries of the ANC, as I previously mentioned. It was very hard, it was very painstaking, and worked tirelessly and working late into the nights, drafting documents, setting in place the infrastructure, website, payment system, membership cards, etc. But most importantly, really engaging people that have been discouraged from the results of the 2023 election and really give them hope and give them a vision in terms of what we would do differently as ANC. And so, by the blessings of God and a good transition team in place, working with people like Yab Bowman and, Vafi Carver, et cetera, and a couple other members from the transitional groups, Cindy Martin and, Eleanor Davis, et cetera. Thankfully, we've been able to put together collectively this group called ANC Diaspora. Now, what is ANC Diaspora? ANC Diaspora is a conglomerate of all the various auxiliaries of ANC in the USA, now functioning under one umbrella. So this convention that we have in Lawrenceville, Georgia this weekend, October 24th through the 26th, is designed to accomplish the following. Number one, institutionalize all of the ANC auxiliaries under one institution, ANC Diaspora. Number two, elect a new core of leadership that's going to be very instrumental in leading the vision and mission of the ANC from the diaspora, supporting the ANC back home over the next several years. Number three, institutionalizing the ANC, meaning putting in place both the physical infrastructure, human infrastructure, everything that's needed to prepare the ANC for the work ahead. What do we mean by that? We mean new party headquarters. We mean not just buildings, but regional offices. We mean, empowering the youth and middle age to go out there and campaign on ANC's message and vision. It means putting in place logistics, motorcycle, vehicles, communication devices, billboards, T-shirts, starting the ground game ahead of time to empower the ANC in Liberia to accomplish the mission. So that's what we hope to accomplish. That's a little bit of my background. That's what we hope to accomplish with the ANC Diaspora Convention happening this weekend, starting today in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
All right, so but thank you so much, Mr. Mensah, because and I know you already in Georgia, but I wanted to piggyback on something that you said, because that of the cause, as a resident of Minnesota, and as far as history have told us, as Minnesota goes, so the presidency in Liberia goes.
Yep.
And one of the frustration with people that truly admire the ANC Their worry is the different executive groups, the consistent and persistent disagreement within this group. A lot of people believe that because of that, that was led to Mr. Comey losing the election in Liberia. And so my question to you, if you win this election, or can you tell the audience and myself, I want you to give me your top 5 priorities, because people in Minnesota are still willing and are prepared to get on board on ANC, but they can't stand the disunity within the party. So if God bless you and you assume the chairmanship, I want you to give me your first five five priorities, 5 things you're going to say these are what we call now, we got long-term and short-term goal. I want to give me your first 5 short-term goal if you assume the chairmanship.
Well, it's a question of if. I think we will win tomorrow. So I'm very confident that we're on the winning team, the Morning Insurance team will be the victorious team tomorrow after the election results are announced. Now, in terms of the 5 things that we're going to do as a team, it's very simple. Number one, we are going to institutionalize the ANC. So as I mentioned earlier, we need to build the infrastructure of the ANC. That starts with headquarters, because we're not going to be in an institution where we're leasing building and jumping from one headquarters to another headquarters. That's not going to happen. We want a permanent headquarters for the ANC that the party owns, that it can keep for generations to come. Number two, other infrastructure, not number two, but other infrastructure includes, like I mentioned, things like equipment. Any large or complex organization, you need assets. Okay, you need motorcycle, you need vehicles, you need campaign materials. You need to have all these things ready on standby, because when people start to propagate the message, go Jehovah's Witness, start door to door, they need equipment and assets, right? So we have to be able to empower them to get things done, right? So institutionalizing ANC is going to be number one. And also, it also means human capital. So empowering young men and women with the right education, the right training to know how to propagate the message of the ANC. So that all falls under institutionalizing ANC. Number two, we want to create a welcoming environment. So we want to make sure that the ANCs, when people come on board, because one of the biggest complaints we hear, people were not being respected. If they're in Liberia, they were trying to get in touch with party leadership, etc. It wasn't possible, it wasn't feasible. So we're going to try to remove all the bureaucracy as much as possible and focus more on, having direct contact with the local county, the local district, etc. So what that means is, for instance, we're going to assign program managers with each county. So before, if somebody wanted, let's say build a hemp pump, or let's say somebody wanted to build a, cassava mill or something like that in a village, they'll have to call Mr. Cummings' office. Oh, Mr. Cummings, should we approve this? Should we approve that? And frankly speaking, I don't think it was the most efficient. So with the new strategy we're going with, uh, with the new strategy we're going with, we're gonna have 16 program managers assigned to all of the 16 counties. So those program managers will be directly responsible for making sure that all activities of the ANC, whether it be social media social welfare projects, whether it be communication projects, whether it be anything of the sort responsible happening in that county, the program manager will be responsible for that. We'll also assign a budget officer. So anything that the program manager wishes to accomplish in a respective county will be paired up with a budget officer, and the budget officer is responsible for making sure to raise adequate funding and track development of those activities to make sure things are being executed accordingly in a respective county and district, etc. So we're going to make sure essentially we have decentralized, if I summarize, decentralized leadership structure in a various county and district. So again, we talk about institutionalizing ANC. We talk about making a welcoming environment. We talk about decentralizing some of the leadership structure to make decision making more faster and active and more agile, like they call it, right? Uh, and the fourth one I would say is making sure we raise adequate capital, okay? Because we're not going to wait till 2029 and be sort of scrambling and waiting for a few people to fund the campaign. No, we're going to start ahead of time, engage in Liberia, raise adequate capital, plan ahead of time for all the purchases we need to make, and have adequate funding ready to be able to deploy at moment's notice to be able to help accomplish the ANC's mission in Liberia. Can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
And so, okay, thank you. That's I really like that answer, that decentralization, because one of the things that we know for fact that yes, decentralization is so important. And yeah, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Because a lot of the things that people talk about is like you say, you just hit it on the head.
Mhm.
People, if people wanted to do anything in Liberia, they have to go through the office of Mr. Cummings, and sometimes it was so difficult. And another thing too, the party on the ground is dead when we talk to people. And I know you, if you happen to win the election tomorrow, you only control America. And the leadership in Liberia is different from the leadership in America. That is, we have the ANC in Liberia. They're on the ground, they physically on the ground, they understand the dynamic of the politics. And 2017, Cummings did well. 2023, he fell off the cliff. And all because people did not what I call strategize well. The ground game was not clicking. There was disconnect between the team on the ground and the team in America. And now people are saying, if we're going to start to contribute, when I speak for the people in Minnesota here. If we're going to now to pump our money into this thing, we want to be able to see the energy from the party in Liberia, because right now the party is dead. And so if you assume the party or the leadership of the chairman position, can you please tell this audience, how do you intend to make sure that you keep the fire burning, that the party is active and live, that the party is engaged on a daily basis, speaking to the ills of the Liberian people, to just make sure that the party, that we can't wait, the people can't wait until Mr. Cummings talk before ANC talk. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, your question centers around how do we plan on keeping all the activities and the fire burning within the institution alive moving forward. Basically, the way we make that happen is by having individual control and responsibility of the assigned tasks and duties. So, for instance, like I mentioned, we were assigned, direct uh, program manager with all the counties. They're the ones responsible for keeping all of the activities and projects and communication and campaigning, everything done. So we need to have people that own up to the responsibility that needs to get done. We can't wait for a handful of people to try to implement things all across the country. It's not really practical. So again, part of this decentralization strategy, ownership strategy. Okay, having that's very important. That's very paramount. Now, what we plan on doing from the diaspora is to make sure also that we continue the fundraising, continue the
Oh, we
engagement. So,
just God. Okay.
huh? What happened? Hello, are you there? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
No, okay, we just lost you, but now we can hear you now. We can hear you. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In addition, we
Yeah,
plan
I'm
on.
here. I'm here. I can hear you.
Hang on.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. In addition, we plan on keeping the fundraising Liberians engaged because in order to raise funds, you need people. So we need to keep the Liberians engaged. Okay, in the diaspora. And from what it looks like, it sounds to me Liberians are very fed up with all the previous administration. They don't want to bring any of those candidates back. So we need to engage them and tell them that Mr. Cummings essentially is going to be the candidate that's going to bring about change. What does that mean? It means essentially, letting them know what benefit they're going to get by having him as a leader. And he's made it very clear. He's focused on job, economy. So he wants to make sure that Liberians have adequate jobs and income stream to sustain themselves. He want to make sure we reduce the waste and waste for spending, such as spend exorbitant on private jets and vehicles for lawmakers and all those things, and take the money redirect it into the salary, okay, of government workers, employees. Set a minimum wage somewhere between $300 to $400 a month. All that will help essentially strengthen the message to keep Liberians engaged. And once they're engaged and know, okay, they understand Mr. Cummings' plan, they believe he can execute the plan because he has the track record, the responsibility, international credibility, etc., they will continue to raise the necessary funds to be able to go ahead and keep the fire burning, if you will, in Liberia. Because all these things that need to be done, it needs capital, it needs money, it needs resources. So those are some of the things that we can essentially do to keep that fire burning and keep the activities of the ANC in Liberia strong and alive.
But like I said, Leon, the problem is but the problem is we can because you in America, and part of your job will be to work all 50 states, make sure that you recruit, make sure that your all 50 states are actively engaged and according to race. And like you rightfully said, I strongly believe the Liberian people are tired with the two political party, but they do not have an alternative. And the main question here is, again, we want the party to, whether Mr. Cummings say something, but like you just said, focusing on the economy, creating job, closing loophole, getting rid of waste spending. We need people to be able to echo that message. Like you talk about the Jehovah Witness start of campaign. We can't wait on the 2029 to start doing that. So how will you make sure that a group, because you still have to work in collaboration with the leadership in Liberia to make that happen? And so how do you intend to really get the leadership in tune to make sure that, hey, we're not going to sit again and wait for Cummings before the party move. We're not going to sit again. Cummings can be in Banga, Cummings can be in Bunkan, Nima, Cummings can be in Meriden, Cummings cannot be in Sano. So how do you, because you can only, because when you win tomorrow, you control the diaspora, but you have to work with the leadership. And that has been one of the major problems. The team at work, but to realize the actual dream, you are always run into a roadblock because of whatever reason, I just don't know. So that's why my audience want to know, how would you navigate to make sure, okay, you and the people are on the same page and working in collaboration to make sure that these messages get out there, that the ANC is visible, that the ANC is vibrant, that the ANC is fully alert?
Yeah, a good question. We're going to strengthen the ANC. Again, we have regional leaders be assigned across the various states. Those leaders will be responsible for recruitment, for mobilization, for helping with fundraising, identifying projects, activities. But we're going to be working collaboratively. So everything we do from the diaspora will be done in collaboration with the ANC diaspora, ANC Liberia. So I know Chairman Gould, we've been friends for a long time. I know, all of the party executive, Ty Wambwe, so we'll be happy to work with them collaboratively. I have a good personal relationship with them as well as professional relationship. So we'll keep that professional relationship going to work collaboratively from the ANC diaspora with the ANC Liberia to execute everything we need to execute moving forward. So We're gonna make sure that we stay on track. It's a question of just doing the work. It's not any special sauce. It's just a question of all the activities we have to that we plan for it. We make sure we engage with the leadership structure in Liberia. We identify people on the ground in Liberia that can work collaboratively with us in the USA, and we'll go ahead and execute those things. So it's gonna be a collaborative effort, ongoing weekly engagement, bi-weekly engagement, monthly engagement with the folks on the ground in Liberia, the leadership structure to make sure we're executing everything accordingly.
Okay, two more questions, and then I know because you got to get going. You're already in Atlanta, Georgia. I know you have to campaign. You have to talk to folks over there, and
Right.
we have been talking to people from Minnesota here who come to the convention.
Hmm.
But I wanted to find out something from you, and two things. If God bless you and you win the elections, because we already hearing some chatter in the air, but for me, I'm not going to dwell on the negativity. And because I mean, how do you make sure, if you win, when you win the election on Saturday and you are pronounced victorious, what will be your message? What will be your message to people who stay, got some, I don't know how to term it, I don't know how to describe it, but to those who just for no apparent reason, who just believe that if it is not my way, there is no way. What will be a message to the entire diaspora group, people who present in Atlanta and people who will be watching from far off? That's number one. Number two, if you win this election, can you promise us to come back on this show? And before you leave, can you just call the names of all those who are on your ticket that are contesting the real position? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello. 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 You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear
Hello.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear
So
you.
yeah. So
We
in
hear.
terms, you
Yeah,
asked
we can
several.
hear you.
Okay. I got you. I got you. So you asked two questions. Number one, how do
Yeah,
we
loud and
plan?
clear.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, my camera's acting
Yes.
up, but yeah, I think the internet's a little bit slow. 1 second. So first of all, how do I intend to mobilize, the Liberians in the diaspora? Wait a second. Wait a second. Shoots. How do I intend to mobilize the Liberians in the diaspora? Well, you have to just look at our track record. So a lot of sentiments you express, that's the same sentiment we've had for the last year or so, working with all the various groups, and we've still worked with them. What I find is very important is that when we have meetings or we have working sessions or group, to make sure everybody has the time to express themselves, and at the end of the day, to take what's in the best interest of the entire group. That's how we made every decision. So if you notice, when Mr. Cummings asked me to chair the transition, we did that for several months. We put together uh, a cumulative report, taking everybody's view into consideration. So none of those reports anybody contested, right? When we put forth all the recommendations for all the committee members. The reason why nobody contested those things because that was the majority decision of all the members. So we just have done the work. People may feel like you're not on the side, but in reality, I'm just trying to do what's in the best interest of the entire group. So we're just gonna stick to that model. We're gonna have meetings. We're gonna have people gonna chime in. Everybody can give their pros or cons or why they're for a certain idea or why they're against a certain idea. That's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, we just have to decide. If we decide, whatever majority say goes, we're gonna follow that same process. We're not gonna treat anybody better or worse. We're going to treat everybody the same. Hopefully, everybody has respect, for each other, and just continue to essentially execute on the thing. So that's how we'll do. We'll basically will stick with a democratic process to run the organization as much as possible within what's best interest of everybody. Now, to your second question about who's all on the team. Well, we have Monique Kashan. He's running as my vice chair. We have Gifting Brown. She's running as women's wings chair. We have Comenwo Fama as secretary. We have Krenga Yomotro as vice chair. We have Magnus Casa as treasurer, and we have Anthony Gay as regional chair. So those are all of the people actually running on the team. And want encouraging everybody to come tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the church and vote for the Mensa Kishan's team.
Okay, Mr. Mensa, but you didn't answer that. Will you promise us that after the election to come back on the program and just talk more about the ANC agenda moving forward as it relates to the...
Yes, sir. I promise to come back and talk to your TV and radio station network about the ANC, all the activity ANC is doing from the diaspora, and
elections?
work in conjunction with the ANC Liberia. Absolutely, I will do that. Are you there?
Okay, Mr. Liam Mensa, I want to say thank you for taking off
No.
your basic schedule because I know you're in campaign move. I can see you driving, trying to get your message across. I wish you all the blessing,
Thank you.
all the luck. I hope you put it off. I'm praying for you. And
Thank you. Thank you so much.
my regards to the rest of the team. Stay safe and we wish you all the best, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Selva. I appreciate working with you as well, too, over the last year on the transition, and looking forward to doing more activities together. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers.
Thank you, Liam. Bye. That was Liam Mensa, the candidate for the position, the chairman position. And as we speak, they are currently in Atlanta. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't make it there. But you know why? We are rooting and pulling, and we're hoping that the people over there will make the right decisions. And so we were getting to endorse Mr. Leon Menza. And so I want to let me see where that stuff was. Let me see. Okay. Let me just say this. Like I said, when we come on the show, we do not come here to propagate any one political party agenda, or rather to inform our people and educate our people on issues that are affecting our country. And so CDC, Unity Party, they have half chances, especially Unity Party. And here we are, we find ourselves, I don't know how to describe it, but let me just stick to what I'm about to say. Leon Mensa, as you heard from himself, in an era when our country desperately need leaders who have the courage, who have the mental fortitude, who is able to unite, patient, listening, and find ways to come up with solutions to solve those problems. Leon, we have had a couple of meetings together. This guy is very patient. He will listen to suggestions. He willing to admit when he is wrong. And one thing we are looking at, or we're looking for in the ANC, people who will challenge the status quo. The leadership that is compassionate, the leadership that is very conscious, the leadership that will make sure that the party is not just on Mr. Cummings' shoulder. We want a leader that will challenge Mr. Cummings and will also help Mr. Cummings get to where we want to, where the party want to get. And so Leon Mensah has proven to be that person. And that is why I wanted you to listen and see him for yourself. And so if you're sitting on the fence, if you haven't decided, and you are in Atlanta, Georgia, do not listen to the naysayers, the noise in the market. I want you tomorrow morning, pray about it, but I believe this brother will make a good leader for the diaspora. I'll be able to bring people together. Even when you disagree with people, you still respect them. And that is why we asking you to show your support and turn out tomorrow to vote for Mr. Mensah. And so, here we go. Breaking news. You know, we got a few more minutes to go, but we wanted to do what we call week in review. Week in review, breaking news, breaking news. It is not no deceit. You heard it from here, and I'm telling you now. As you all know, few months ago, we told people that one of the things that were put before Joseph Boakai, even before the deportation stuff started, we told you people, according to our sources, that they reached out and they went in Labyrinth to host some of the deportees from America yet. And so today, we can report to you according to Front Page Africa. And we're going to read it, and you're going to hear it for yourself. As you can see on the screen over there, they say Liberia received Mr. Kamer Garcia on humanitarian and temporary ground. The government of the Republic of Liberia has announced a decision to receive Mr. Garcia on a strictly humanitarian and temporary basis, following a formal request from the government of the United States of America. This decision was reached after extensive consultation with relevant national and international stakeholders, reflecting Liberia's enduring commitment to upholding the principle of human dignity, international solidarity, and compassion in times of distress. Liberia actions are guided by both international humanitarian norms and its own long-standing tradition of offering refuge to those in need. As one of Africa's oldest republics, Liberia has historically extended protection and goodwill to individuals and community needing assistance, including African freedom fighters and democratic advocates who want found safety in Liberia soil. And so, as you can see, Garcia, for those of you who don't know, this is a guy that was arrested, that was deported. Other people believe that he was wrongfully, and so the back and forth. And so we told you that we don't know if he's the only person, but we know something that was put on the table. That if that bureau be willing to accept some of those people that they are deporting from Liberia. And now, as Front Page Africa is reporting, because we said it before on our show. And so I think, according to the story, he will be arriving in the country on the 31st of this month. And I just wanted to add one thing there. What Front Page Africa is reporting is truth. Liberia has played a significant role in the world. And so once again, Liberia is put again in the position again to serve as an mediator. And so there is nothing about politics. And so we hope, because the government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will continue to engage closely with the U.S. government of state to ensure that all assurance and agreement between the two countries are fully observed. The process will be undertaken in strict coordination with competent Liberian security, immigration, and justice authority, as well as with international partners, to guarantee the highest standard of safety, transparency, and human treatment. The implementation of the decision will adhere to the following safeguard. One, comprehensive security scrutiny and vetting by the relevant Liberian authorities prior to and upon arrival. Respect for the due process and human rights, including access to appropriate legal and procedural protection in keeping with international obligations. Three, non-refoulement assurance, ensuring that Mr. Garcia will not be returned to any country where he may face a substantial risk of persecution, torture, or other serious harm. Four, coordination with the United Nations and other partners to explore durable and lawful solutions consistent with the international law, including potential resettlement or lawful transfer where appropriate. The government of Liberia welcomes the United States acknowledge of this humanitarian act and notes that this action was undertaken voluntarily, in good faith, and solely on humanitarian ground. This decision underscores the long-standing friendship between Liberia and the United States, built upon shared values, humanity, freedom, justice. Liberia remains committed to strengthening international partnership that promote lawful, human, and sustainable approach to global protection and humanitarian cooperation. And so that is the story over there. So Mr. Garcia, on the 31st of this month, America have agreed, Liberia agreed to host this brother. And as we read, strictly everything, they all learn all of the preconditions. And so we hope Mr. Garcia will find Liberia a place that maybe he can declare if he want to stay. But now we can tell you so far is Mr. Garcia. We don't know if there are more people, but I know we were told before that one of the negotiations that was taking place is to bring some of the deputies for whatever reason, if Liberia can play host to them. So So far, that's all we have. Like we say on the show, we don't want to come in to say we give you misinformation. And there we have it. And now we'll go to our next story. Next story, as we told you, week in review Friday. Week in review Friday. Okay. Liberia, FDA power found deputy. Let's see what the next one say. Liberia, Front Page Africa Pro found Deputy Internal Affairs Minister Destiny Famata Sele gave misleading account of academic credentials during confirmation hearing. Senate committee via TOA, via vetting. So, Front Page Africa investigation uncovered inconsistency in the academic claim made by the Deputy Minister for Urban Affairs, Destiny Famata Bentu Salif during her confirmation hearing before the Liberian Senate Committee on Internal Affairs and Local Government on Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. During the hearing, Madam Salif told Senator that she holds master's degree in social work and with emphasis in mental health and substance abuse and a minor in urban development, claimed that has since stirred public debate and scrutiny over its accuracy. And so, again, as you can see, Liberia Senator Dopo called for probe into wrongful dismissal of the MPHRL Director General Dobayan say action. So, as you can see here, River G County Senator Francis Dopo has raised concern over the alleged wrongful dismissal of the Director General of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, Dr. Dubayan. Next in the news, Liberia Goyah flag NASCO for financial mismanagement, millions in payment lack documentation, US 1.3 million in taxes on pay. Again, Goyah flag NASCO for financial mismanagement, millions in payment lack documentation, US 1.3 million in taxes on pay. So the General Auditing Commission later audit of the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation paint a troubling picture of financial indiscipline as one of Liberia's most critical state-owned enterprise. Recurring theme in the country public sector in the country public sector management. So as you can see right there, Front Page Africa, these are things that are unfolding right now. And so again, we wanted to say thank you to you for watching. Then we just give you a recap. We started off the show discussing the health of the former president, His Excellency George Manuel Weah, and we told you this one has nothing to do with politics. We'll make sure we put the picture up. You can go and take a look. People who saw the former president during the groundbreaking ceremony were very concerned. Partisan, well-wishers, friends, and we wanted to make sure we discuss that because when the former president rebutted to that, he said he do not use makeup. But you can see that there is substantial weight loss by the former president. And then we want to say thank you. We had the candidate for the chairmanship of the ANC diaspora, Mr. Leon Menza. We talked to you extensively. Tomorrow is the convention starting tomorrow. In fact, it starts tonight meet and greet. Tomorrow is the business meeting where officials will be elected, and then Saturday night will be the inaugural ball. And so, if you're in Atlanta, around the Lawrenceville area, we urge you to make your way to that convention because it's going to be off the chart. Delegation from Minnesota are already there. We see some of our people. Mr. Clement is watching. We want to say thank you. And so we encourage you, if you're in Atlanta or if you maybe in Philadelphia, if you're closer, make your way, make your way, make your way, make your way. And so it's very unfortunate that the members of Goyah show couldn't make it there because we're going to bring you a live broadcast or live event. But unfortunately for us, like we said on top of the broadcast, I lost my nephew, died today in a very tragic motorboat accident on the EW highway. And so we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for watching. We really appreciate you. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back here next week. Same place, same time, same hour. Until then, we want to say have a pleasant evening. Stay warm, stay cool, stay hot, wherever you find yourself. All those who are celebrating their birthday, we say happy birthday to you. Those who are bereaved, we also want to say our deeper condolences to you and your family. And at this time, we just want to recognize some of our listeners. UJ Billy, we say thanks for watching. One of our faithful, like we said, Alexander Ashley, we say thank you for watching. Mr. Clement, we say thank you for watching. Sata Mawuru, we say thank you for watching. And we're not going to the shop, we say thank you for over watching. Samuel Louis David, how you doing, son? Thanks for watching. Thomas, we say thanks for watching. Mr. Nathan Bopla, we say thanks for watching. God bless you. Until then, this is your host SUBOR Different saying so long from the members of Goyah studio. Stay warm, stay safe, stay blessed. Good night.
You give me such a feeling, yeah. That's what I'm making you go, woman. You want to slowly, shawty. You gotta have like a go, but I'm still move. I'm giving my stress away, cause I got too many feelings. I have too many shy, I have too many girls in my bed.
Get the decent madonna. Very soon, none of Ghana no pay. Have a life, Kamana Tagari, Chaboyalo Kamana Gawari. Come on, no more boggy daddy. You told me about men go happy. We know they let people wait till they over Sabi. On top my money, what they have a talent. Oh, no. You go, the base and the Bulagimalo. I just say, Manolo Modalo. Only spirit to Chupicalo. Yeah, I could keep a Canadian info. When I can shout it, what I'm in. Let me shout that I didn't mean it. I thought it's the color.
Oh, baby, kill us all. Viva, viva lenda, shumba.